Hello, my name is Mrs Peeling and I teach A-Level Business Studies at William Hughes. We follow the AQA specification. In Year 12, you'll build on any knowledge that you might have gained at GCSE and you'll look at the 4 functional areas of the business. So they are marketing, finance, human resources and operations. So you look at these in more detail than you perhaps did at GCSE. We'll also look at managers, leaders and decision making, where we look at the difference between managers and leaders, and we look at different leadership styles such as autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire and paternalistic. We also look at different types of decision making, whether for a small business you take a hunch or a gut feeling, or for a large business you use scientific data to make decisions. Also in Year 12 we'll look at business structures, so that's your sole traders, partnerships, public and private limited companies that you might have looked at in Year 10 and 11 when you studied GCSE Business Studies. We also look at the business environment and how that changes. So that's really important at the minute with the coronavirus, looking at how this has impacted on businesses. Then in Year 13 we look at business strategy and we look at the culture of businesses. We look at whether they're going to stay operating in their home market or operate internationally in different markets. We also look at new product development and innovation. And in Year 13 we also look at the economy and we look at how interest rates and exchange rates impact on businesses. Throughout the course we use lots of real businesses to bring the subject to life, and this enables students to really grasp the concepts really easily. My favourite bit of the A-Level specification is looking at businesses going into international markets. We look at lots of different businesses such as IKEA, KFC, McDonald's that have successfully managed to move from their home market into international markets and be really successful in countries such as India and China and throughout Europe as well. So this is my favourite bit of the course. Okay, I'm going to hand you over to Mrs Oldfield now. She teaches business studies too, and she's going to tell you a little bit more information about the course.
I'm Mrs Oldfield and I also teach business studies and economics as well. We like to ensure that our lessons are very varied, so some lessons are going to be more teacher-led, going through the content of the specification as there's quite a lot of that. We will also do a lot of practical activities and lessons as business studies is a very problem-solving subject. We also need to consider a lot of research, which is essential in business because it's all about analysing specific businesses. We like to look at real businesses, which we will consider against each part of the specification, and Teams has been very useful for us with this because it gives students the opportunity to share articles and video clips with each other to enrich everybody's learning. Talking about enrichment a little bit further, for each of the parts of the spec, as I mentioned, we like to consider specific businesses. So this might involve us going to visit a business to have a look around, or it might involve us having a speaker to come in. So for example, the HR part of the specification, human resources, we like to go and look at a McDonald's business, which is a really good example of how they treat their employees. It's very international and they have a very uniform process with this. Secondly, for operations, we like to go to the Jaguar Land Rover plant, which is near Liverpool Airport, as this gives us a great insight into an international manufacturing business. For e-commerce, we have a contact who is the digital manager at Walker Books who will come in to speak to us about dealing with large businesses such as Amazon, so very interesting and very relevant to our specification. We also have other activities that we do in business studies, including, for example, the Stock Market Challenge, where we go to the University of Manchester and compete against other schools and colleges from around Manchester. Higher education and careers is very relevant for this subject. Many students go on to study business studies and accounting related subjects at university, which lend themselves very well to a variety of different careers. So business and finance, business management and accounting, for all ones the business studies really feeds very well into. In terms of assessment in business studies, you will have 3 exams which you will sit at the end of Year 2. These exams include multiple choice questions, a case study, short answer questions, as well as longer essay questions. Both of your teachers mark for AQA and others in the department for both business studies and economics. This gives you a real advantage, as it means that teachers, including me, are able to design your lessons based on how you can get the maximum number of marks in the paper. So we make sure to do this so that our students can achieve as well as possible. The skills are a very important part of business studies. So there's a range of skills that we work on, including problem solving, accounting, negotiating, amongst others. And this is what makes employers value business studies very highly, as these skills are very much transferable to different jobs in different fields. We hope that you choose business studies, and we look forward to seeing you in our classes in September.